Hello, my galactic soul family. Welcome back. I've been guided to talk about repeated numbers. What are repeated numbers? Number synchronicities, angel numbers, seeing different patterns, and these different patterns could be anything, literally anything from smiley faces on rocks to I don't know, a pound sign. I don't know, just like anything, patterns, just anything patterns. It could be number patterns, picture patterns, patterns with animals, bugs, stuff like that. You could be seeing hearts, butterflies, strange animals that cross your path, and consider that like a synchronicity. Having a spider in your bathtub and then again in your living room, you know, like dangling down, about to land in your hair. Like, it did to me. And they just keep appearing randomly, and they only affect you, nobody else, just you. This only happens to you. And everybody's like, this only happens to you. Some may say that, you know, having something like that with spiders is just an infestation, but others may say that it's a coincidence. What do you think? Do you think these things are coincidences? So what do you think? Are they coincidences? My perspective, and I'm only going to share my perspective. My perspective, my opinion is no. There's no such thing as coincidences. It's not just luck. It's not just dumb luck. It's a deeper intelligence trying to get your attention. It's a deeper intelligence at work. Once you learn how to see, and I'm not talking about seeing with these two eyes, okay? I'm talking about seeing with this eye right here, your third eye. You'll realize that everything connects to everything. Literally, everything connects to everything. We are one. I talk about this quite a bit on my channel. We are one, experiencing everything at the same time, simultaneously, on different timelines that merge together, making it seem like we're separate. Okay? And again, this is my perspective. I'm not stating facts. I'm not like trying to force you to believe what I'm saying. Okay? I'm not debating if this is right or wrong. It's just my perspective. We're energetic beings, and as we evolve, for example, into 10D, we could possibly go back and observe our 3D self and communicate with that version of us on that timeline by manipulating the energy, because everything is energy. If you need, for 1 second, if you need to, pause this video for a minute and just ponder that thought. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Think about that for a minute. Everything is energy. I'm energy. You're energy. The chair that you're sitting in is energy. The cat that you are looking at is energy. The curtains that you see hanging on the windows next to you is energy. The tree that you see outside your window is energy. The ant that you just squashed is energy. Everything is freaking energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. The wall, energy. Energy. My water jug, energy. Everything is energy. There are beings that a lot of us call guides, higher self, angels, that could just be us vibing higher. Different vibrations create different frequencies. You are in control of the channel that you reside in. Confirmation. You are in control. Energy. That was energy. Confirmation. Confirmation. Confirmation that's confirmation. You are in control of the channel that you reside in, the vibration that you hold. And that's the frequency that you will experience. Now, there are lows and there are highs. Good, bad. But then again, it's all perspective, because bad could mean good, even though it feels a little funky. Bad could feel, bad could be good ultimately. It could be a lesson that sucked, but at the end, something good, something positive came out of it. Blessings. Blessings. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everything that I'm talking about is a fact. Nobody knows anything at all. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything as a fact. Everything is an experience, an energetic experience. It's all perspective. And this is me sharing my energetic experience, my perspective. So when I see people on TikTok and YouTube and they're all talking about all of these things that, for instance, what I'm going to talk about today, synchronicities and numbers, and they're telling it as a fact. At least that's how some people come across it, like it's fact. It's not fact. Nobody really knows fact. It's just experience. This is their experience, or they're regurgitating what they're listening to or watching or whatever. But nothing that I'm saying is a fact. It's just a feeling, something that I experienced that I'm sharing with you, something that I've experienced that multiple people have reported on feeling and experiencing and have shared. It's just strange. It's a strange occurrence that I'm talking about today with you, and I'm sharing my strange occurrence with you, my journey, my perspective. So with that being said, I feel that our reality is all theory. Again, my perspective. I can tell you that I've experienced a lot of weird stuff. I've experienced guides. I've experienced angels. I've experienced spirits, as in loved ones, and other people that I don't know who they are. Well, when I channel, I experience spirits for the person that I'm channeling for, especially when I do the tarot card readings or past life readings, stuff like that. I channel your guides, and sometimes your loved ones come through. But I've experienced a lot of weird stuff, apparitions. I've experienced poltergeist, things that move around in your house. That actually just happened to me the other day when I was using my dowsing rods. I put it on, I think I shared it on YouTube. It's weird. It was cool. It was weird. But I've experienced a lot of weird stuff. I've experienced seeing strange things. I've seen UFOs, things in the sky that they're not planes, they're not air blimps, balloons, drones. I mean, I've seen these things when I was a little girl that I remembered. It's just weird stuff. I've had an alien encounter. It wasn't like they tried to abduct me or anything. It was just like a hologram of them showing themselves as I was walking down the hallway. It scared the crap out of me. I turned the light on and it was gone. I think I might have shared that in one of my videos. I've experienced orbs that follow me. I recorded those. They're on my YouTube channel under orbs in my playlist. Intelligent orbs that I could call out to me, that come up to the camera and hover. Orbs that follow me around. I'm talking, I've experienced some really bizarre stuff. The other younger version of me would have thought that this older version of me was whacked out. Okay. There's things that I've experienced and I'm like, it still blows my mind. I'm experiencing it and it still blows my mind. Could these experiences that I just mentioned be a non-corporeal version of me? I'm just experiencing me at a higher, different dimension. I don't know. Could be. If we're all one, it's probably just a different version of me. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know that as a true fact. I just know that I've experienced weird stuff. This is how convoluted our reality is. We just don't know the facts about anything, about nothing. But there is something to this nothing. Now, this is where it gets a little bit confusing because I just said we are one. I feel that there are versions of this oneness. You know, there are versions of this thing that we call oneness. However, there could be beings from other dimensions, other universes that are not a part of our oneness, our consciousness, that comes here to manipulate our journey. And when I say manipulate, I mean it could go both ways. It could be good, it could be bad. Perspective. As I was writing my content, I started to channel. You know how like some people channel, they're like writing and then all of a sudden they're channeling and their hand just takes off. Well, I was typing, and when I said writing, but I meant typing. When I was typing, I started to channel. Like my fingers were like just like hitting buttons, and I didn't even have to look at the keyboard. I was just like, oh, look at me, I'm typing, and I'm not even looking at the keys. Normally when I'm typing, I have to look at the keys and be like, okay, T, H, E to write out something. And I was just like typing away, like type, 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 type. And I was like, oh, cool, look at me, I'm making words without looking at the keyboard. So yeah, that was pretty dope. So I was definitely channeling, which is cool. So if you ever experienced channel writing or channel typing, then you'll know like how cool it is and what I'm talking about. So anyways, as I was typing, as I was channeling and I was typing, it could have been that it was my higher self that was helping me. You know, I really don't know. It's not like I was like channeling. I was like, by the way, hey, who are you? Who are you? Are you a spirit? Are you my higher self? Are you angels? Like, hi, nice to meet you. I wasn't like that. I was just like, this information just like in my head. Okay. And I was just getting the information and just typing away. So I don't know. It could have been my higher self, you know, that was helping me out. Could have been, you know, your higher self is your future you. It's you in the future, your higher self, my future me. Sometimes, honestly, sometimes I do know the difference. When I'm channeling to do like a tarot card reading, it's not even like that I can tell the difference. I can feel the difference. But this just happened. This was spontaneous. That I wrote down what I wanted to type out, and a lot of what I wrote down is not what I typed out. A lot of different and added information came into this. That was the channeled information. So it could have been my higher self, which is my future me. Or it could have been another non-corporeal being, you know, somebody, something from another universe. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't, you know, the oneness that I spoke about. It could have been something from somewhere else, because I don't know. I was just typing and it just came to me, you know. So it could have been this non-corporeal being whispering in my ear, helping me, you know, with these gems that I'm sharing, you know. Or I'm just like a complete wackadoodle, you know, with an amazing imagination. But, what is an imagination? Where did it come from? And who or what programmed me with these images to imagine? Think about that. Think about that. We're all energy. Everything is energy. I guess you just have to realize that everything is energy to actually get it, to make you think hard about it, to be like, yeah. It's not like I do drugs or anything. I always get tongue twisted. It's not like I do drugs or drink or anything and I come up with this bizarre shit. Like, I'm totally sober. Water or coffee. But, yeah, I don't know. So I ask you again, what are repeated numbers, number synchronicities, angel numbers, patterns, seeing like different patterns, hearts, feathers, faces, butterflies, pennies, strange animals that just pop up out of nowhere, that cross your path, that you just see. You might end up looking out the window at 9 o'clock at night and there's a freaking fox by your tree and you're like, what the fuck? You weren't expecting to see the fox, but there the fox is. That's a message for you. It's not a coincidence that the fox was there. Perspective. So your divine team is always trying to communicate with you. And most people experience this through numbers, through number synchronicities on electronics, because it's easier to manipulate electronics, you know, to get your attention at first. But back in the day, they got me by using my VCR, which is an electronic, and my digital clock with the red numbers. So they got me by using electronics, but it freaking freaked me out. So when I used to see it, like when I see 9/11 for the first time, my soul literally went, came out of my body, came back into my body. And I was just like, oh no. Like I panicked and I'd be like, what's going to happen? Something bad going to happen to me? Is something bad going to happen to somebody that I love? And I was always like worried about it. And I used to see it so much that I would put paper, I would tape a piece of paper over my VCR so I couldn't see the numbers. Like I didn't even want to look at the clock. People be like, what time is it? I'm like, I don't know. Look, I don't even want to tell you the time because it'd be my luck. I look down and it's 9/11 and it used to drive me crazy. And when I started to block it off on like the VCR and I used to put like a book in front of my clock, I would see it on license plates on cars or mailboxes on, the addresses. Or I would see it like on a magazine or something, or like my purchase at the store would come out to 9/11, or when I pump gas, it'd be like 9/11. I'm like, no fucking way. No fucking way. I literally thought I was going insane. I thought I was going crazy. Could you imagine seeing 9/11 on a red digital clock? I think your soul would leave your body too. If you were new to all this and you didn't know and you're like, what? It's weird. It's weird. So yeah, your divine spiritual team will always try to communicate with you, and they will use animals, numbers, coins, feathers, hearts, butterflies. I think I mentioned all that. Because we get signs all the time. Most people are totally oblivious to it. Or they notice it. They notice that something odd is happening, that they're experiencing something weird, and they just don't know how to read the signs. They see it and they're like, oh, wow, that's a coinkydink. That's a coincidence. That's weird. I just keep seeing that number. Coincidence. And those are the people that believe in coincidences, because if you were trying to tell them, which you can't tell anybody anything, you have to allow everyone to experience everything on their own. You can't force anything that you believe on anyone at all. I learned that the hard way. It's frustrating too, especially when you know stuff and you're just like, everybody's here for a reason. So you can't change what they're here for. You can only live your life, and you can be a catalyst. That's about it. I had to change the scenery because my husband came home and I was in the kitchen, and I don't like to record around people. I like to do this by myself. Okay, so we were talking about synchronicities. So For instance, you may look at your phone at the same time every time and think it's a coincidence. And when I say, for instance, I mean like the instances when you look at your phone and it's 11:11 again, the second day in a row. And you're like, whoa, I saw that yesterday. Or maybe you see 4:44. Maybe you woke up at 4:44. Then you see it again at 4:44 in the evening. And then you see it again on the microwave when it's really 2 o'clock, but the microwave time is wrong and it's 4:44 again. You know, those are things that people deem coincidental, right? Or maybe you happen to look at your clock and it's 12:34 or 9:11 or 6:17, 6:16, 7:17, 7:18, 8:18, yada, 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 stuff like that. All right. Now it doesn't have to be these numbers. All right. You know, I just randomly pick these numbers. A lot of them are generic. You know, a lot of people report seeing these numbers, so they're generic and everybody talks about them. They could be numbers like 1226, 455, you know, 423, something like that. It doesn't have to be the 1111, 444, 333 stuff. All right. But these generic codes that I did just mention that everybody talks about, they're generic because they're codes that are messages. And a lot of people report that they see them. And it's a lot of people that are just waking up. And they mention this a lot. So they're always searching for this. So when you go online and you search, chances are there's going to be something there because this is something that 100 million people had already searched up anyways. And a lot of these numbers that I did just mention, they are also transmission codes. Okay. They're transmission codes that we get as we wake up. Some can be consciously decoded, like the 1111, 222, stuff like that. And then when you get into the more difficult stuff, like the 717, 616, I feel that those are transmission codes. Maybe they're messages for you, but for me, I feel like they're transmission codes. And they're a little bit harder to decode. Those are decoded subconsciously. Like in our subconscious mind, we already know what it means, but consciously we're like, why do I keep seeing that? What the hell does it mean? And if it's something that you look up and it resonates and it goes away, that's good. It was a message. If it's something that you look up, it doesn't resonate, it doesn't go away, you see it a couple times within the month, it's most likely a transmission code. So if you're a person out there that knows about transmission codes, hit me up. Let me know. I just found out that 515 is a healing code. So maybe when I do see 515, it's because I'm being sent healing. I cut myself on the roses the other day and I just talked to my hand that I cut and I whispered 515 to it a couple times and I imagined it healing. The next day it was literally gone. I had like a little tiny scratch. It looked like something that healed a week ago when it happened a day ago. My mind was blown. I should have documented it. I didn't. The next time I hurt myself, I'll be sure to document it. I mean, when I say document, I mean like take pictures, talk about it to show you guys, to prove it. Because I was like, if I talk about this, nobody will believe me because I had no proof, but it happened. You just have to believe me. Anyways, all these numbers that you see that get your attention, they mean something. It all means something. That you could either DuckDuckGo, which is a search engine, a way to search like Google, or you can Google it. I just, Google, I don't know. I don't really like Google like I used to. I feel like Google hides a lot of stuff from us. DuckDuckGo seems to have whatever I can't find on Google, I find it on DuckDuckGo. So maybe a lot of that stuff moved over to that search area and maybe it just hasn't been like monitored yet. I really don't know how all that, how all that stuff works, but I do find a lot of interesting information on DuckDuckGo that resonates with me. That does not resonate on Google. Now, I'm not looking for things to resonate with me. I just noticed that Google was like not telling me shit that I wanted to know. It was like bringing up like really, really, really generic stuff. It wasn't going into detail about anything. It was just, I don't even know how to explain it. I just don't like the energy that's on Google. It was just like a bad vibe when I was reading stuff. So I just like kind of been navigating over to DuckDuckGo because it just feels different, better, lighter, informative. I don't know. It just was different. So I guess it's preference. Maybe there's another search engine out there that you can use to look up these meanings, and maybe you'll get the information that resonates with you. So anyways, Google, DuckDuckGo, whatever you're using will most likely give you a generic meaning because so many people see these numbers, like I just mentioned, and they share the same or similar feelings or experiences, and eventually it ends up on Google or, these search sites, and you can look it up and read about the information and see if it resonates with you, and if it's, if it's, kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's coinciding, I don't know if that's the word. If it's, I don't know why I have a brain fart right now. Hate when this happens. Is that confirmation that I have a brain fart right now? However, I always tell people that when they see things that catch their attention, I always tell everybody to document what catches their eye. Write down in your journal what you were thinking, what you were doing, what you were saying, and what you were feeling. Document it. Eventually, you will decode the message. It could take you a week, a day, a month, a year. It could take you 10 years. It took me 10 freaking years. 10 years to decode what 9/11 meant for me. You ever they have books out there. Like you ever heard of Astrology for Dummies? Yeah. Well, it's like I need spirituality for dummies. Especially back then when I was like young, because they didn't talk about this stuff. Confirmation again. Spirituality for dummies. So yeah, I needed like spirituality for dummies to help me out back then, because it was like my guides for 10 years were like, hello, McFly, we're trying to communicate with you. We're not trying to scare you. Yeah, I was scared. I saw 9/11. It started out with seeing it on a digital clock with red numbers. Yeah. I was frightened. I thought I was going to die or something. I thought it was just like something awful. I really did. I really thought it was awful. It really scared the crap out of me. I saw it everywhere. It scared me so bad that I would cover up the VCR, the digital clocks. And then it just started to pop up in my reality more and more through watching TV and seeing the address on a television show, or when I would pump my gas, it would come out to be 9/11, or I would go to the store and my purchase would be $9.11, or I don't know, a cop car would pass me and it'd be like 9/11. I was just like, stop. It'd be on license plates, addresses. I think I might have said that. I might be repeating myself. It only took me like 15 times to record this video. So I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating myself. It was like it wasn't meant to happen. Coincidence? Anyways. So yeah. It took me 10 years. 10 freaking years to decode what 9/11 meant for me. And I was scared. Like I said, I thought something bad was going to happen to me. I really, really, really hated seeing it until I figured it out. For me, I now know what it means. It means call to action. Call to action. For 10 freaking years, my guides were telling me that I was being activated and called to action. And you know what else is mind-blowing is that my galactic code literally says that I'm a catalyst for change. I was called to action when I created, I started my call to action duty in 2016 when I created this channel. And I was sharing, first it was Gabrielle Garcia orbs. I was sharing, you know, my orb videos and paranormal activity around the house. Because even back in 2016, not, you know, there were shows on TV, but people were not openly talking about, you know, paranormal experiences that were happening to them. And I was opening, why can't I talk? I was open. Okay. I was open. I was open about my paranormal experiences. I don't know. My tongue is just like not, my brain and my tongue are like, But yeah, I was open to the paranormal experiences that was going on around me, and I was talking about it, and I was sharing the proof online. EVPs, you know, which are spirit voices, stuff moving in my house, you know, stuff like that. And I was also talking about number synchronicities back then. I was talking about a lot of stuff. I mean, if you guys are interested, you can just scroll back on my YouTube timeline and just look for old stuff. I do have stuff in my playlist, but then I stopped putting stuff in playlists. I don't know. I'm very unorganized. I tried to be organized, but it didn't work out. But yeah, for 10 years, my guides were telling me that I'm being called to action. And then, you know, I found out that my galactic code literally means that I am a catalyst for change. Creating my YouTube channel was me being a catalyst for change. And a lot of you guys have reached out to me and told me that I have changed your life. And it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I love it. It's just awesome, you know? But, I had to journal to figure out a lot of stuff, you know, about this awakening. There's more to it than just number synchronicities. But I had to journal to figure a lot of stuff out. I had to put the puzzle pieces together. I'm still journaling and putting puzzle pieces together. I haven't figured it all out yet. I've been doing a lot of meditating, and there's still a lot of lessons that I'm learning. There's a lot of transitions that I'm going through, that there's a lot of things that I used to think, you know, about that were one way, and now I think and feel differently about them. I don't know. I guess when you grow, you transition and things change and your perspective shifts a little bit. I think it's just normal as you go through this awakening process. But when I created my YouTube channel in 2016 is when I was able to get the message clear, like clear as a bell. And when I got the message that I was being called to action, I'm a catalyst for change, 9/11 went away. I don't see it anymore. It just went away. It stopped. So I got the message. The message is received. I bet you like that was the day like my divine spirit team probably threw a big fucking party, and they're like, finally, fuck. Like, yeah, you know, I could just imagine what my team is like with me. They're just like, Jesus Christ, she doesn't got a fucking clue. Yeah. When I go back to spirit, they're going to be like, dude, like, what the hell? we sent you so many signs. I could just imagine. You know, sometimes I wish they were in human form so I could just see it all play out, you know? So yeah, it all went away. So now I know if I were to see it again, I would know that I'm being called to action. And because my awareness has expanded, and I have, you know, I could see with all three eyes, that I would know that, you know, I feel like I would know where I'm being called to action at and how it would play out. And if I really didn't know how, I think I would be more open to being guided, and it would be a much smoother transition to whatever it is that I'm being guided, you know, and called, you know, to take action somewhere. But yeah, I'm sure that, you know, when you see the numbers or the patterns or the bugs, the animals, you know, however the energetic signature communicates to you, or however the energetic language comes through for you, which I like to call light language, even though some other people would disagree, because there is another way to interpret light language, and it's with tones. You know, people talk in tones. It's not even really a language. It's like, sounds like a language, sounds like a foreign language, but it's just toning actually. So I'm sure if you look up the meaning, for whatever it is that is going on in your life, whatever it is that you're seeing, whatever synchronicities that you're experiencing, I'm sure that if you were to look up those synchronicities, all right, it would correspond. I think that's the word I was looking for earlier. It would correspond to what's going on in your life at that moment when you look up the meaning. And this can happen with not just numbers and animals and bugs and, you know, stuff like that. This can happen with music too. Okay. We all have a divine spirit team, always trying to communicate with us. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean that they don't exist, right? You can't see air, but you breathe it to live. It exists. It's there. You can't see your soul, but it's in your avatar. You exist. Since your divine spirit team does not have a body, they manipulate energy, and that's how they get your attention. Since they're energy, they can give you the thought or the nudge to check your phone. And you see 811 for the 1500th time this week. That's them giving you a message that obviously you're not getting. Like you're getting it, but you're not. You're acknowledging it, but you're not understanding it. You don't know how to interpret it or receive it, but you're getting it. It's getting you on the right. It has your attention. And most of the time when it gets your attention, it gets you curious to start looking and digging. And that's good. That's like their goal. That's how they're trying to get this message through to you. And they keep giving you these synchronicities so that are coincidences. I don't know why I air quoted synchronicities, but coincidences. They keep giving them to you because they're trying to get this message through to you. Like my 9/11, they're like, hello. So they're trying to get the message through to you. They want you to start looking. They want you to start digging. They want you to receive your message. All right. So the next time you see it, whatever it is that you keep seeing, acknowledge it. Acknowledge the number or the pattern or the bug or the animal or whatever, the flower, butterfly, whatever it is. Just say thank you. Acknowledge it, say thank you, and document it. Look it up and see what they are trying to tell you. If you've made it this far in this video, you're part of my soul family. You're part of this soul tribe. This is a part of your soul journey. You are meant to be here. You're here for a reason. This is not a coincidence. It's a possibility that I'm a puzzle piece for you on your path or your journey. So whatever it is that you're looking for, keep on going. Don't stop. If it doesn't resonate with you, keep going until it resonates with you. Don't second guess yourself. Don't tell yourself you're crazy. Open up your mind. Accept what comes your way and expand your knowledge, expand your awareness. That will expand your consciousness. All right? You're not crazy. You're not crazy. I just want to let you know, you're not crazy. I used to think I was crazy, so I know what it feels like. I wish this video existed when I was going through what I went through at the beginning of my awakening consciously, because I literally thought I was losing my shit or dying. It was awful. I had to figure all this out on my own. And then I see other people now doing videos like this, and I'm like, ah, it's a breath of fresh air. It truly is. So next time you see something that catches your attention, just look it up. Sometimes it's just a simple hello. Hi, I'm here. I'm checking in on you. A message of them telling you that they love you and they're thinking about you, and maybe you feel lonely or depressed and they want you to know that you're not alone. Don't be depressed. They love you. Keep going. Cheer up. Maybe it is a message for you that you need to dig so you can find the answer. Sometimes it's guidance. Sometimes it's a warning. Sometimes it's just a lesson, you know? Sometimes you can figure them out. The ones that you can't figure out, I feel, are transmission codes. They're really difficult. I'm not saying that you can't figure them out. They're very difficult to find something that resonates, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up if you can't figure out what it is. Just document it. Eventually, maybe in 10 years from now, you'll figure it out. Transmission codes it's built-in programming. It's like an automatic update, kind of like your computer just has an automatic update. Just let it go. Let it update, move on. All right. And I feel like transmission codes are things like 616, 717, 919, stuff like that. Specifically those numbers, because that's what I see. And for me, at least for me, that's what they are. I don't know what they mean, you know. There are generic meanings, I'm sure, but yeah, they don't resonate. I don't know why I said for sure, because I did look them up, and the generic meanings for them just didn't resonate with me. And I bought that angel book. I don't know the name of it. Angel Numbers or something like that. The meaning in the book didn't resonate with me either. I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna move on from here and just let it flow, or whatever it needs to do. Just let it do its thing, and eventually one day I will understand. You know, I'm sharing my journey with you guys. So what I'm talking about, I'm not stating as facts. It's just my perspective, my experience, and, you know, I'm just sharing my journey with you. If it resonates, that's awesome. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't resonate, because I'm still here trying to figure this out, just like you. I'm like I said, I'm just sharing my journey, one soul to another, me talking to another version of me that needs help figuring out what the hell is going on, or at least listening to somebody else that is as, air quote, crazy as they feel, or as you feel. You're not crazy, but you know what I mean, right? You're not alone. There's another person out there that understands and is open-minded. If you ever want to talk, I'm here. So I love you guys. I am grateful for you guys. Sorry I don't do as many videos as I used to when I first started doing this in 2016. It's just a lot of stuff. I'm integrating a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh, I got to share this with my family. I don't like to call you guys followers. That's just weird. You're not my followers. You're my family, my soul family. And, I write a lot of stuff down. I just never get around to recording it. And then I lose the urge to want to record it, or I just get busy. It's summertime. I'm outside doing a lot of stuff. I don't like to make promises that I can't keep either. But I try my best to get on here and share with you guys. But, if you ever want to reach out to me, the easiest way you can do that is by emailing me, or to go to Instagram and just send me a DM, a direct message, and you can get me that way. Before I end this video, I just want to let you guys know that I am still doing personalized past life readings and tarot card readings and numerology readings. So if you are interested in any of those, send me an email. I'm doing them by donation only. Also, if you would like to send a monetary donation, it's always welcome. Who doesn't love money? I mean, money makes the world go round. We all use it, right? You don't have to, though. But if you feel guided to, I'm open to it. I have my Cash App, I don't know if I have my Venmo. I have Venmo, but I don't know if I have that information down below. But I have my Cash App and PayPal down there. If you guys want to send me something, I love gifts. I'm not even gonna lie. The room I'm sitting in right now has all of your gifts in it. Like, peep that up there. That's a gift. Look at that crystal picture of the little witch. I even got some money on my pictures right there. That money came from Australia. Dude, I get freaking gifts from Australia. Like, oh, I love it. So cool, man. Like, stuff. Somebody sent me a wallet that they handmade and stitched. So cool. I still have it. I still use it. It's probably like 3 years old. It's kind of like ripping on one side. I'm like, I am not getting rid of this wallet. My husband's like, just let me buy you a wallet. I'm like, no, my soul family made this for me. I'm going to use it until it literally falls apart. I'm not a materialistic girl either. Like, I love everything. I have paintings. I have some of my soul family painted portraits of me. It's like so freaking cool. I just have so many things. I have crystals. I have, like, maybe one day I'll take you guys through my room and show you what some of my soul family has sent me. I mean, you don't have to send me anything. I'm grateful for the stuff that I get. Like, I don't like trash it or anything. I actually hang it up and show people and I talk about it. I love it. My favorite donation is a time donation. That's when you use your time to write me a letter and you send it to me via snail mail, because I fucking love mail. I'm like a dog waiting for the mailman to come wagging. I don't know why I can't talk. Wagging my tail, just waiting for the mailman. And when the mailman comes, I run out there. I'm like, mail. I don't let anybody get the mail. It's like, I'll get the mail. When somebody else gets the mail, I'm like, pfft, I get all mad. Especially when it's something for me and I'm like, she'll let me get it. But I hate when I get out there and it's just like spam, like DirecTV or just stupid shit that you throw away, or it's bills. I hate bills. I mean, who likes bills? But I freaking love mail. I guess I'm an old soul because I love getting the mail. But you don't have to send me anything. But that is my favorite thing, is to get like something in the mail, like a letter, a card, something, a postcard or something like that. Tell me who you are, where you're from. I get stuff from other countries, which is awesome. Somebody did send me something strange. I don't feel like getting up to go get it because I'm lazy, but it's a doll with blue hair. I don't know who sent that to me. It never came with a note or anything. It's a doll, blue hair. I had blue hair when I got the doll, so I don't know. It's really weird. Everybody thought it was really strange and they told me, get rid of it. And I was like, no, somebody sent it to me on anonymous. So she's hanging up right there on my shelf. I don't know. If you gave me a doll with blue hair, thank you. And she's on my shelf up there. Let me know who you are. But yeah, I love you guys. Again, you don't have to send me anything. I'm grateful that you just watch my videos. Just give me a like, like a thumbs up, share my videos, stitch them if you want to, like sharing is caring. If you have anything that you make, that you sell, that you want promoted, send it to me. I'll promote it on this channel, on my YouTube channel. I'll promote it on my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok. I'll promote the shit out of you. Yeah. I love you guys. You don't have to send me anything, but I'm open to stuff, especially a letter in the mail. I love mail. All right, I'm gonna let you go now. I love you guys.